السلام عليكم، كيف الحال؟ اسمي أركان عطرية، أهلا وسهلا. السلام عليكم، اسمي أركان عطرية. Welcome back to Arabic Sahel Easy Arabic Podcast. Welcome to Lesson 20, Season 1, Lesson 20. This is the last lesson of this season. Congratulations for making it this far. After this lesson is uploaded, I will take 2-week break, and afterwards we'll be back with Season 2. Season 2 is still a beginner's level, but it's more, I would say we're going to pick up the speed in Season 2. So stay tuned, please. Okay, today's lesson is about the Arabic sentence. I divided this lesson into 3 parts. Think of it as a quick preview, review, a rundown of the Arabic sentence so you can navigate sentences better in the future. We're going to talk about each of those sections of today's lesson in more details in future lessons, of course. The first thing we're talking about is parts of speech. In English, we know that parts of speech are noun, verb, adjective / adverb. Arabic parts of speech are noun, verb, and preposition. In that sense, adjectives belong to the noun category. So nouns in Arabic come in either masculine or feminine voice. It doesn't matter if the noun refers to something like an object or an abstract thing. Also, nouns have cases in the sentence according to their position, subject, object, and many more that we have in Arabic. Verb, by definition, is a word that tells an action, and in Arabic we have 3 times on the time scale: the past tense, the present tense, which includes also the future, and imperative. As for prepositions, well, we have plenty. Luckily, we covered, I think, 2 so far in our lessons. The first one is min, from, like saying أنا من فلسطين, أنا من سوريا, أنا من أمريكا. And the other one that we learned a couple of lessons ago is fi, which means in. And we also covered bi. They all have the same meaning. In English, you have in and at, and they have different nuance or connotations in a sentence. In Arabic, we have fi and bi, and they mean the same thing. Bi, I would say, is more used in dialect than in Fusha. Sentences like هو طالب بجامعة بيروت or هي بتشتغل في Apple. These are sentences from lesson 18 about introducing a friend. Other prepositions we have مع, with, على, on, إلى, to, and عن, about. We're going to use those in future lessons for sure. I'm just mentioning them here. Okay, second part is sentence structure. English is an SVO language, which means the order of the sentence is subject, verb, object. In Arabic, we have 2 structures. In Fusha, it's VSO, verb, subject, object. For example, أكل الولد التفاحة. The boy ate the apple. أكل is ate, that's the verb. الولد is the boy, subject, and التفاحة is the apple, object. However, in dialect or in spoken Arabic, the word structure is subject, verb, object, similar to English. So the same previous sentence, أكل الولد التفاحة, becomes الولد أكل التفاحة. So الولد, that's the boy, that's the subject that goes first. And then أكل, the verb, ate, التفاحة, the apple, object. Because of the shift in the word order, as well as different pronunciation and vocabulary that are different between Fusha and dialect, many linguistics consider Fusha a different language or a separate language from dialect. That's something I would say worth looking up and reading about it. It's quite interesting. And that's why I recommend, and many other Arabic teachers recommend, to learn Fusha as well as a dialect. As you know, learning Fusha is very important, but it's not the way that you can communicate with people, with Arabic speakers. And because of so many different dialects in the Arab countries, Fusha is the common language that you can use. We use it in reading and writing, but we can also use it in speech, especially, let's say, if somebody from the Levant area wants to communicate with somebody from Morocco. We kind of include a lot of Fusha words so we can understand each other. While on the topic of word order, in an Arabic sentence, when we have an adjective that describes a noun, the adjective comes after the noun, not before the noun. And that works in both Fusha and dialect. So, examples from previous lessons, if I want to say a big ice cream, I would say بوظة كبيرة in Fusha or بوظة كبيرة in dialect or in Shami. If I want to say hot coffee, I would say قهوة ساخنة in Fusha or قهوة سخنة in Shami. On that note, adjectives have to agree with the noun in number, gender, case, which is determined by the position of the word in a sentence, like subject, object, etc. And that's mostly in Fusha, and in definite article. So if the noun has a definite article, the adjective has to have a definite article. In the examples I just gave, nouns didn't have a definite article. They were singular and feminine. And that's why the adjective has to agree with these three. I didn't include the case because these are not full sentences. And in Shami, in dialect, we don't have really case. It's just in Fusha. And that takes me to the third part about the Arabic sentence, and that's types of sentences. We have two types of sentences. We have verbal sentences and nominal sentences. Verbal sentences are normal, like we learned previously, أحب دار صغيرة. So because we have the أحب, this is a verbal sentence. So a verbal sentence in Fusha begins with a verb, like I mentioned before, since it's VSO. Or in Shami or in dialect, basically in amii, it has the verb after the subject. Of course, the verb needs a subject, and in some cases, also an object or two. Like the sentence I mentioned earlier, أكل الولد التفاحة. In Fusha, the boy ate the apple. Or in Shami, الولد أكل التفاحة. Nominal sentences begin with a noun or a pronoun. So the sentence is arranged in a way that the topic comes first and then the comment. The topic is called the subject, مبتدأ, and the comment is the predicate, which we call it in Arabic خبر. Now, this part needs more explanation, and I will dedicate a full lesson for this types of sentences. If I want to say I'm from, let's say, a certain country, in English we have the verb to be, and that's considered a verb because English sentences require a verb. In Arabic, it doesn't have a verb. You can just say like أنا من and then the name of the country. Examples that were mentioned in previous lessons: أنا من سوريا, أنا من أمريكا, أنا من اليابان. Another example for nominal sentences: المدرسة جميلة. That's in Fusha. المدرسة جميلة. The school is beautiful. You start with the noun that's the subject of the sentence, followed by the predicate, which is جميلة. This is a quick rundown about the Arabic sentence. In future lessons, I would dedicate, or I'm planning to dedicate, a lesson for each part of this lesson to go in more details and explain some other important things that, for a lack of time, I can't explain them here. This is just for you to know about the Arabic sentence, so stay tuned for future lessons, future seasons, where we dive into the language deeper. And be ready for that. It could be challenging. Today's cultural point. Today's cultural point is quite interesting and very important. In a Palestinian culture, when you meet a person who's older than you can't address them with their first name. So how do you address them? Let's say you don't know their name. Well, what do? We assess the situation. It comes second to nature. If the person is about our parents' age, they are given a title of aunt or uncle. They're not related to you in any biological or blood way. but it's a way to show respect. So I tend to go to a shop where there's an old lady who runs the shop. I don't know her first name, to be honest, but I call her khaaltii. Khaaltii is the word for aunt. And in another shop where the man runs the shop, I would call him amii. So khaaltii is for a woman, an older woman, and ammi is for an older man. This is quite common and it's very important. This is our way of showing respect to those people that we don't know. We also don't know their first name and we don't know how to address them otherwise. In other Arab countries, they might use different words or different titles to address people, but specifically in, I would say, Palestinian Arabic and Jordanian Arabic or cultures, we use this to show respect to people who are older than us. On the flip side, if you are, let's say, in your mid-30s, you will be called ammi or khaaltii, depending on your gender. And that hurts a bit. You know, it's like, I'm not that old. If the person that you are interacting with is about your age and they still want to keep it formal and respectful, for a man, they would say akhui or khayya, which means brother. Instead of saying khaaltii as an aunt, they would say khayta. And that goes for both genders. If you are a male or a female, they're using this, and if they are female or male, they would use this set of titles, let's call them. So yeah, feel free and comfortable to use these titles and to have somebody else use these titles with you. Wear it like a badge of honor. Okay, my question for today is, how do you address older men and women in your culture? Do you have titles, specific titles, or something similar to Arabian culture? And how do you show respect when you're calling or addressing older people in your language? Congratulations for finishing season 1. It has been a journey, enjoyable journey for sure. I can't wait for season 2. Please stay tuned after the 2-week break and keep studying Arabic and keep the interaction on Spotify and social media as well. All right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. يعطيكم العافية. See you in the next lesson. Assalamu alaikum.